and we're living why, Georgia, why?
Georgia, what do you got? Oh, the Jays, did they make the playoffs? Yeah! Go Jays! Go. Options.
River Valley Sweet Shop, Starbucks, Tim Hortons, and Walks Box.
What was the first one you said?
What's that sandwich spot?
Booster Juice.
What's the sub spot?
Quiznos. Quiznos.
What would you get from there?
Submarines.
Yeah, but what kind? Be specific.
Vegetable submarines.
So we can get a Quiznos sub?
You can get a Quiznos sub.
Okay. See if there's a Quiznos.
No, that is the same. Quiznos.
Okay, so we made it to the airport here in Edmonton. We've done a head count. We've got the baby, we've got both parents, and we got grandma. So we're doing good there. But once we got to the Air Canada check-in, we realized that when you apply for a visa for Vietnam, you have to have an application form sent to you and an approval letter. With that application form, you have to have 2 passport photos for each person. Well, we realized we're checking in that we didn't have our passport photos. We left them back at the house. So Grandma Tracy's driving back to the house now to pick up the passport photos to bring them back for us. Grandma, you are our savior. We love you, we love you, we love you. Mwah. Thank you so much. We want to get our passport photos.
I want them and you sneak our butts.
Bye.
Bye, Grandma. Love you,
Thank
love
you
you,
so
love
much,
you.
Tell your mom I love her too.
Bye,
I love you. Bye, Mom. Oh. Saved our butts.
Was, and we could okay, so we promised everyone that we would do a little video on how the flight went with ourselves, Grandma, and baby Georgia, because flying with Georgia is the first time for both of us, or flying with a baby was the first time. We had no idea what to expect. Some parents say it's a terrible time with ears and equalizing and pressure and stuff. Others say it was no problems at all.
It went really, really, really good. The first flight from Edmonton to Vancouver, George slept, well no, she fell asleep about 15 minutes in and literally slept the entire time. It's only about an hour and 20-minute flight.
Even before all that, when we booked these flights, so going back about a month before, we looked at Eva Air. It was a little bit more expensive than the next guy, but we just opted to go with that because it had a really good safety record. What we did is called ahead of time because we heard from other parents traveling was that try to book bulkhead seating. And parents who have done it before know that bulkhead seating is where you can attach bassinets. Usually it's a bit more leg room, right, for the parents and whatnot, and some space for your kid. Usually it's situated behind the bathrooms or in front, but it's usually in the bathroom area, which
some people said that that's a bad idea, and we weren't sure about it because it's so noisy and there's always people going to the bathroom. Plus, we didn't want it to stink the entire flight.
Yeah, it's just a high traffic zone.
So that we got that seat on the way from Vancouver to Taipei, which was the long, scary flight. So then we got on the flight in Vancouver. Well, we were in the airport for 4 hours before, and George slept for a couple of hours, and then we were happy she got up to run around for a couple of hours right before we left. So we got on the flight at like 2 a.m. and she fell asleep probably an hour in. But even when she wasn't sleeping, she was just waving to everybody on the plane, being so good. Just we had like this little bag of toys that we brought. She hadn't seen any of them, so it was all fresh toys for her.
That's what was recommended to us, to say don't bring toys that she already knows about because she's bored with them. Bring fresh new toys and it'll be like a whole, it's like Christmas morning for her, right?
Except we did bring a few of her favorite toys, and she used them a lot. Yeah. They were her go-tos.
When we booked our bulkhead seatings, we also asked or requested special meals. We requested vegan meal.
What the hell did you just say?
Meals for you and I, and they honored it.
Delivered.
Yeah, totally.
Delivered.
Like, way to go, Eva Air.
Anyway, so George fell asleep most of the flight. It was an overnight flight, so we actually got quite a bit of sleep, considering we thought we'd be walking up and down the aisle. Oh, I got quite a bit of sleep.
I don't feel like I got any sleep. We both said, well, I said, is like, at least George is sleeping because I'm not sleeping right now.
But I got quite a bit of sleep because George went to sleep in the bassinet, and she doesn't sleep in a bassinet or a crib or anything at home, so I wasn't sure how it would go, but literally the bassinet was a godsend. George's ears were fine too. She didn't, on the first flight she cried a little bit, like for 3 minutes, not even 3 minutes.
It's hard to tell if that's the air pressure or that's just
She's really
fussy
tired.
or tired, who knows.
Then we landed in Taipei, and we were really happy to get off the plane, so was George, and we basically rushed right to our next flight to go to Saigon.
And we gave her like 20 minutes to like let loose, run around, stretch her legs, because she'd been pretty much on Jazz's lap or my lap, or crammed in a bassinet. And for Georgia, you guys know back home, she loves to run, climb, crawl, so.
Yeah. And then that last flight was about 3.5 hours, and she was up for probably half of it. You could tell she was getting kind of antsy. She didn't want to sit, she wanted to go, but then she fell asleep.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Jazz a question. I'm gonna try to always ask Jazz a question on these videos, but I've never asked her this before. So this isn't rehearsed or made up or anything. I just on the spot. I'm curious. Before flying with Georgia, not flying you, me, and my mom, flying with her, you have the biggest smile I've ever seen.
What is it?
What was your biggest fear? Flying? Do you have tears?
No.
What was your biggest fear of flying with Georgia?
That her ears would hurt.
Yeah.
That she would be uncomfortable. Like, obviously you're like, hope she's not a monster and doesn't want to race up and down the aisles, but even if she does, that's okay as long as she's not hurting.
You don't want her to feel pain because there's not much you can do about it. You can't tell her to equalize, you can't tell her to swallow, you can't tell her to chew gum.
Oh
right?
yeah, but she did take the boob going up and down both flights. A lot of people said you can't just make them, but she did actually.
Not tooting her own horns or tooting George's horn. She was honestly really, really amazing. I couldn't have asked for a better baby. She was awesome.
Also does that when she's tired.
Just scared me.
What?
I had it. I'm like, did I hit the record button?
You told me you did when you sat down.
Did I? Okay, good. I was like,
If you didn't, I was going downstairs.
I'm not doing this again.
All the toys you brought, that was smart. All that food.
You know what else was really smart? Is we got to the airport in Edmonton 4 hours before our flight.
Leaving pictures, leaving our visa
Who
pictures.
did that? Who left our passport?
I'd have to say it was one of the fastest.
It was?
Yeah, compared to all the other ones, like a